This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Parshas Nitzavim, the mitzvah of Teshuva. Ki ha-mitzvah hazois, asher anochi mitzavcha hayom, lo nifleisi mimcha, v'lo rechoika hi. Says the Torah, ki karov eilecha hadavar ma'od. The Ramban says, what mitzvah are we talking about? The mitzvah of Teshuva, and the Torah says it's very close. Teshuva is close? How could we say Teshuva is close? Teshuva is a gift, but it's not easy. Is it easy to change? It's extremely difficult to change. If there would be one mitzvah that perhaps we would say is not close, we would probably say it's Teshuva, and yet the Torah says only about one mitzvah that it is close, the mitzvah of Teshuva. Says Rabbi Glatstein Peterburgh, if you think about it, we know there are four components of Teshuva. There's azivas hachet, forsaking sin, stopping to sin, kabbalah ala asr, accepting not to do it again. There's charata, regret, and then there's vidoy, confession. Let's try to identify which ingredients of Teshuva are easy and which are hard. Well, it's not easy to stop sinning. Azivas hachet is very difficult. But once one stopped, it's easy to accept not to do it again. Regret is hard, especially if a person is continuously sinning. It's hard to feel bad about what you did. It's easy to confess. But says Rabbi Glatstein Peterburgh, and the Meshech Chochmah in Parshas Vayich makes the same point. Does Teshuva require that we stop sinning? No. Had there not been a mitzvah of Teshuva, you still would have to stop sinning, because the Torah says, don't do the Avera. And if you did it a first time, the Torah still says, don't do it again. And if you did it a second time, the lav is still there. So therefore, Teshuva per se doesn't require azivas hachet. The lav itself says you have to stop. So true, stopping to sin is difficult, but it's necessary even had there not been a mitzvah of Teshuva. And once you stop sinning, it's easy to accept not to do it again. Regret is not easy. It's not easy to really feel bad about a mistake, but you would have to feel bad even if there wasn't a mitzvah of Teshuva, because when a person makes a mistake and there's a blunder and the repercussions, and he created certain destruction and devastation, you have to feel bad about it. So while charata, while regret is hard, one would have to regret even had it not been for the mitzvah of Teshuva. But to confess one's sins, once one already had regret, that's very easy. Ashamnu, baganu, gazalnu, chatanu, avinu, pashanu. It's easy to confess. Says Rabbi Glatstein Peterburgh, the hard parts of Teshuva, azivas hachet, forsaking sin, and charata, regret, you would have to do even if there wasn't a mitzvah of Teshuva. The extra chidush of Teshuva, the special requirements of Teshuva, namely kabbalah ala asr, accepting not to do it again, and vidoy, confession, those are easy. So the Torah could say, ki ha-mitzvah hazois, that which this mitzvah requires, over and beyond what you would have had to do had it not been for the mitzvah of Teshuva, karei veilecha hadavar ma'od is very easy. It's beficha, all you have to do is say vidoy, uvilvavcha, kabbalah belev, except not to do it again. In fact, the Meshech Chochmah writes in Parshas Vayelech that it's for this reason that the Rambam holds there is no mitzvah in the Torah to do Teshuva. The lashon of the Rambam is kishe yaseh Teshuva. When you do it, you should say vidoy. You're not required to do it. What does that mean, you're not required to do it? There's no special requirement to do it. You needed to do it anyway, because even if you sinned once, you have to stop, because the lab says don't do it. It's just that when you do it, you have to say vidoy. So this gives us a perspective that the gift of Teshuva, in fact, is closer than we think, because the hard work is something which was required even without the gift of Teshuva. This is the approach of Rabbi Glatstein Peterburgh in the Sefer Koch Vayar, Maimer Vav, and it is also mentioned in the Meshech Chochmah and Parshas Vayelech. Wishing everyone a wonderful night.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.